You sounded particularly sleepy today, Austin.
I'm tired, man. It's rough out there for an Austin. Not a great time to be Ukrainian with student debt. I'm just saying, look at the news. It's not great for me right now.
No. Well, I mean, listen. Okay, if there's anything I can do to help, you can always just reach out, and I'll do what I can. Being stuck in the middle of Florida here in this I don't know, desert of tourism.
I think if you want to help me, you have to find someone named Bo Jiden, and you have to force him to do some things.
Bo Jiden. Oh no. Well, okay. I'll put the task force out. We'll gather up all the Jidens and be like, okay, are you Bo Jiden? Are you Bo Jiden?
I figured out a way not to get us terms of service off of all the platforms. I just say Bo Jiden, and they'll never figure it out.
Oh no. Well. I guess in the meantime, I guess I could help you out in other ways, though, because I think there's a lot of people that want to at least help you on one part of that problem you have there with the student debt side, I guess. But
I mean, do they want to help, or do they want to hear me say something like gross and embarrassing, and then they'll be like, I made him say it.
I think the answer is yes. I think the answer is yes to that conundrum. All right. Well, all existential plights aside, I guess it is the 5th, so that does bring us to another month of credits to read through. We got a bit of a pile in front of us. Looks to be 263 by my count.
Oh, you looked ahead. What if it was a secret, different list, and at the end I had a birthday surprise for you?
Well, a birthday surprise. Well, listen, it's the 5th, but it's not the right month. It's not the right 5th.
That's why they call it April Fools. Got him.
Got it? Ah, shit, you got me.
I'm not even on drugs. I realize it probably sounds like I am, but I'm not. I'm just stupid.
That's fine. I'm fine with stupid. I'm completely content with that. So,
do we want to read some of these names of the executive producers for April 2022?
All right. Yeah, looks like we're starting off with Joseph Tombrello.
Extellaris.
Dr. Goatman.
Sophia is taking the MILF pills to become a MILF.
Furious, fat, fabulous fanatic flurries of funk felt feeding the fanatics.
Gregorio Avalar, the goblin rogue swashbuckler that escaped prison in a dystopian D&D campaign called Brazil.
Eardrum Espresso.
C.A. Little.
Nephasticidia, the queer sheep, often sad nonetheless, making friends and getting laid.
Well, yeah, you're kind of awesome, living an awesome life, actually.
Yeah.
Faith and Valor, wishing Austin a speedy recovery. Assume from the face surgeries, everyone was very generous and helpful, and I am stitch free. Got all my stitches out. That's awesome. Thank you, everybody, once again. That's
good to hear. I'm glad that you've recovered. Let's see. We got Brent. Parenthetical. Still every episode of Dice Funk. Unparenthetical. Goatly.
A werewolf with a car seat headrest in their hand.
Allison the Purple.
Christ man fucking your heart, pussy, with good vibes and support. See? This is what I'm saying.
They got you there. Composting Queen.
Lumentus.
The Independent Crow - brave as a sequentially expressed opinion among the Ravens.
I mean, if the Ravens believe in me, then I have to believe in myself. So, Heuristic Badger.
Cookie Wyvern.
Now, okay, this is going to be the most controversial thing we talk about today. Wyvern or Wyvern?
I don't know. I'm dumb, so I don't know which one's correct. So I kind of alternate depending on what my mouth starts to do. My mouth makes a choice, and my brain's like, well, I guess that's what we're doing today. Wyvern or wyvern.
I know people will say, well, they're not even real, so there's no real. But I mean, there are correct spellings of like, or pronunciations of like Sauron. You know, it's just not being real isn't a. I don't know. I've always said wyvern. When I hear people say wyvern, it makes me feel like, oh fuck, I've been embarrassing myself this whole time.
I'm just thinking now about like the Chimera, Chimera shenanigans in what was it? I'm not forgetting the name of the game. It's that one that you like a lot. The
Pathologic?
Pathologic, yeah, Pathologic. There's like they say chimeras, I believe, as opposed to chimera, and just like in one of the dubs there, yeah.
That's a Greek thing. It's like Cerberus, Kerberos. It's like a whole. They have, I don't know, not my language.
Nope, not mine either, obviously.
Gal Palestine.
Toshiro Kuro's spooky baby Xanathar accidentally transmitted the plague into their laws. Good evening, everyone lived.
Transmitted the plague to their in-laws.
In-laws. Yeah, I read that and not read that correctly there.
You put the plague in the laws.
Into their in-laws. To their in-laws. Oh gosh.
I'm glad you added a good ending. Everyone lived, because it would have been that would have been quite a thing to announce. Like 3 dead. They're just like, whoa, damn. Sassy assassin.
3 owls in a trench coat.
Titus, is it Titus or Titus? We're doing this again. Titus, conduit of wombology. I believe that's the voice acting of Final Fantasy X. Or Kingdom Hearts, maybe, was where they confirmed it.
They did confirm it in Kingdom Hearts. And it's Tita, I believe, in the original katakana, for whatever that's worth. Possum Kingdom refugee.
Big Time Burger, now featuring the Neela Squishy doll with extra splat action. Too soon. Come on.
That's too soon. Keladri Jane, Scripture of Good Kitties.
Jamie, conduit of Dumb Gay Bitch.
Jen.
Matt Lackett's is soon to be the conduit of feeling exhausted. That's right. Conduit jokes are back. It's 2018 again, baby.
Conduit jokes will never die.
Yeah, they never really went away.
Nope. Sapient humanoid forklift statue conduit of increasing the potency of their blast the plant-based way.
Oh god. What? Jaspel, Black Lives Matter.
Cyber Lady Z.
Sternad.
Francois the Fifth.
And Geff the Mongoose, doing it for the devilment.
Kevin Dobbins.
Pumpkin Spice itself.
Charlotte Stefan.
We got Morgan Rapp.
We got Haley Snaley.
Jorgen Indie Monster Vinwick Ford is moving together with his girlfriend this month? Question mark. I feel like you should know, but congratulations if it does turn out to be true.
Mm-hmm. Also, 6D9. Sure.
How do they not sell? Well, I guess a D9 wouldn't really. Would that stay upright? I feel like that'd be a fucked up day.
There's got to be a D9 out there. There's ways to make them for sure.
All right. Well, I'm gonna say Bailey McCullen, and I'm gonna Google D9s and see what comes up. D9.
All right. I'm going to put something on here because I see something here that has a good opportunity here. So we got. I am Jonku, eater of my enemies and worshiper of slime.
Whoa, that was good. Yeah, and the Google Images is giving me D9s. They look fucked up though. So, Gareth Tomlinson, conduit of dad bods.
Ephemeral Biscuit.
Vin Jost.
Gams.
Man, my other patronees are gonna be really confused. See, that's not necessarily for us. Maybe that's another person, and then I'm the one who's confused, you know? We shouldn't be so self-centered.
The omnipresent bag of bags.
Yeah. Fraser McVean.
Kyle Riker.
Dragon's concubine.
Cynic, conduit of outdated Dice Funk references.
Are they outdated if they were never dated? I feel like it's not like they were sweeping the nation and then you're like still saying groovy in 2020, you know?
I'll say that, like, it's fun seeing people going through earlier seasons and then be like, oh, that's what this thing was referencing in a later season. I'm like, yep.
Cheery and pink! Exclamation point.
Egon Steiner needs to be judged.
Benedict Holland.
Robin and Eden Beans.
V.
Philip Mitchell.
Squid Cap the Pond Mommy.
Alex Jones's Gayest Frog.
Gay penguin couples often adopt extra eggs from other penguin couples.
It'd be neat if there was a patron that was just like updating their entries with like the next sentence of like an essay. So if you connect all of them over several months, it's just an essay in a really disjunct form there. Or
just of differing view. It's someone after that says gay penguins often kidnap other penguins' eggs, and then they can have a fight about it.
That's Muffaletta.
Trucker fucker. I don't know if that's how it is originally, but it's mangled in the Excel spreadsheet.
Yeah, the Unicode did not parse over correctly there, or the emoji did not parse over to the spreadsheet there. All right. Mickle Wayne. Mickle Wayne, no chance, no way, I won't say no. You swoon, you sigh, why didn't I? Oh, it's too cliche, I won't say I'm in love.
I'm so glad you got the Hercules song and I didn't. That's a blessing on my day. Whew. Highlandery.
The moose in every room.
Eric Anderson is Thalamon on Twitch.
Shawnee Butler.
Duncans and Dragons.
I'm getting married at the end of May. Mick. Well, that sounds fun. Congrats.
Or it could be Mike, like microphone, MIC.
Oh, that's right. It could be Mick or Mike. Yeah, MIC.
Congratulations, though. That's cool. I hope they don't find out that you're a big fucking nerd.
It's too late. It's like if there's anyone who opposes this.
Yeah, I'm gonna rush in and be like, if anyone has anything to say, forever hold your peace, and I like kick the door open, and I'm like, this Mick or Mike is a huge fucking geek. Meredith, what a great name.
It was also a great name, Turtlemancer.
That is very good. I think this might have been for Lauren and Joa. Judge me harder. I said harder.
Corn Barons!
Oh my god.
You know what you've done. I will become back my money.
Okay. Everyone is extremely silly on this April Fool's. Polite Crow asking if you might kindly open the bins for a little rummage.
Oh, sure, why not? Jamie East.
Ghostbot Master.
Aaron Rules 380.
Full of depression and aggression, Austin's pussy be my obsession. How did I not see that coming? Fuck.
Kieran Gore.
What does the tiger dog say?
Just a po' boy.
Thought Clown 666, and that's Thought THOT.
Joseph Mortensen.
Richard Meredith.
Thomas Galvin.
Hannibal Phage, the gender thief.
All right, here we go. Let's get the reverb out again.
Oh no.
Thank you for all you do every week. You're the best and are loved.
Stoner Can.
Steven.
Faye Wilder.
Following the light of Austin's bussy, we left the old world.
Oh no, I don't know if that's the direction it's going, but okay. Kyle Hill.
A deviled avocado.
Nemo vs. Father Time 2 Birthday Party Punch-Out streaming live 4/4.
Today's gender is the orb of light that lives in the space between your lungs.
James.
Sekhmet the Wolf, conduit of utterly ridiculous puns.
Moomba.
Susanna Murdoch. Ben Straub. A pile of bones.
Ellie.
Errant, oh gosh, I've seen this person all the time. Errant sagacity or errant sagacity?
It is sagacity. Yeah, it's a word. Like
sagacity,
sage,
yes.
like sage-likeness.
Okay, yeah.
Dark Wolf.
Madako, conduit of hugely adorable, massively destructive beings.
Garth.
Science!
Stephen Christopher.
Eliza Azela, maid of heart.
Excalibur, anxious foxy of doing their best.
Emberlyn, fastest cat in the West.
Jowown. I'm not trying to fuck it up. Jouaaen. It has just so many vowels. Jowown.
So many vowels. Paco is still enjoying DMing his Lucha Libre themed RPG. Lucha Libre themed RPG sounds fun.
Adler.
Yeah. Patrick Gifford.
Sam.
Roscoe 101.
Joe G _LTE.
Iluros put Polynesian sauce on a tortilla for a midnight snack.
I'm thinking about just eating olives out of the fridge at 3 a.m, like hunched over in the dark tonight. How does that sound? What's your culinary opinion on this?
Oh no. Well, I don't like eating olives like by themselves, so that part I'm not on board with, but like hunched over at 3 a.m., that's a power move. Go for it, I believe in you.
This feels like I have offended your Italian sensibilities.
No. I offend my Italian sensibilities by not liking olives. Don't worry. I'm working on it.
I don't think what is there a council? Who do you have to work on it for?
And sure, I'm trying to find ways to cook with olives so I can develop a taste for them. Is in essence what I'm doing.
Gideon, a joke from Tumblr, the Easter Bunny is just a church-sanctioned persona. Now, does the church sanction the Easter Bunny? I feel like that's heretical. Maybe there's like a cool church, but I feel like...
I see what you did there. Heretical? You thought you were going to slide that by me there?
I don't think the Pope fucks with the Easter Bunny is all I'm saying.
Okay, yeah. I think the Pope fucks other things, but not the Easter Bunny. That's true.
Whoa, got his ass. Roasted.
Yeah, take that, the Vatican. Awesome Possum Blossom.
Chief Beef Thief.
BDO Droid.
Das ist lost.
Ealta, which by the way, I appreciate how Ealta has a pronunciation guide with their name. Makes my life slightly easier.
Nicholas B. McDonald.
Sirs. SURS. Sirs.
Anon.
Simon Lee, conduit of Chungus, bearer of Dinkus, minion of John Khan.
Paradoxa.
Rain and the patron demon learned it from watching you.
Oh no, that's too much responsibility. I can't behave in front of the patrons. Cthulhu, conduit of weight. Why do I hear the sound of a cracking egg? Oh well, still cis though.
Stephen Martinez.
Master Zemnahort.
A hitchhiking velociraptor is coming.
The Otters have been too depressy to change their Patreon name. I'm sorry. I feel like otters shouldn't be depressed. That's fucked up. They're so smooth and soft and hydrodynamic, and they have little clams. If they can't be happy, who can?
I'm sorry. Now I'm just thinking about otters with clams. It is a good mental image. Shit.
They love them.
They do. Russian warship, go fuck yourself.
Alistair Lutton.
Tabitha Spokes.
Guess who forgot to change their name for over a year?
Oh, it's me, isn't it? Shit. I did forget to do that. Wishbone is gay.
Spaghetto popping on, off with a bang? Popping on, off with the bang. That's what it says.
Yeah, pop it on off with a bang. Have a good Davis. All one word.
Dragon Nexus.
Blackstone Morgan.
Doro.
Phoenix Toot Hill believes in you.
Thank you, Phoenix. Phoenix, one of the many great friends of the show who just send me pictures of ferrets when they see them. I'm glad I've cultivated that specific image. I've made a lot of branding mistakes in my time. That's the one thing I got right is when people see a ferret, they think Austin. So,
I will say, yeah.
Go ahead.
I would say like I still look back at like the first sharp point with JJJ and like not even thinking about the Weasel Jason stuff, and that was just that adds to the brand, I think, ultimately. So
a gambling pig is back and fatter than ever.
Larry, Bethany, Morgan, and Morgan say give Lauren money at paypal.com/me. Give Lauren money at paypal.me/rawlicious. Lauren's lewds and nudes are very raw.
As opposed to cooked.
They're it's like the nudes and lewds are medium rare. They're sanitary. No, wait, that's like
Fair Majesty, Empress Quintilian Galaxion.
Smiles Blue.
Agent Hedgepiggle.
Aaron Norgard.
Dispel Magic. I sure hope it is.
Squishy Fishy.
Arabella, hardly knew her.
Francois Arsenal.
Robert Chisholm.
Melissa the Dice Goblin.
Modified Matthew.
Don Johnston.
Cosmignon, Runaway Dracana.
Zoltar, the Viking death metal caterpillar, conduit of retribution.
Pocket Sundial.
Kyle, conduit of drop goodwood and king badass slashfic.
Namita and Eskins, part of the problem.
Joa.
I wonder who that could be. A mystery that will echo through the ages. Walt Whitman said he contained multitudes. So do I. They just all have the same bad ideas.
Elder Dog. Oh, that sounds like an Elden Ring nightmare boss.
Yeah.
By the way, I actually have seen the ending credits for that game finally.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Antonio, conduit of snacks.
Jess Fetty. I think Jess Fetty, right? Fedge? Or...
No, it's supposed to rhyme with veggies.
Oh, yeah. Jess Fedgy, conduit of veggies. That makes sense now. Gosh.
It's funny how fast things move because I feel like all I could talk about for like weeks was Elden Ring, and now I'm like not even thinking about it. Like we could have done an Elden Ring riff for like half an hour like a couple weeks ago. Well, that's my problem for just being not good at the game. It takes me longer to get there. Preston Bowers.
I think it's gonna be Paye Robjerg or Pale Robjerg.
CR Saldana, Prophet of RN Jesus.
Kinikufan.
Arachnival returning to the credits to preach the word of Ultraman.
Coho Blast.
Callum, oh no, I keep thinking I've changed my name, but haven't done it in time. Turner. Yeah, I hear that a lot. People are like, oh, I forgot to change my name. Like, oh, how long do I have? And it's like, as soon as you see a new credits episode go up, that is the reminder to change your name. Do it the day you see a credits go up, because then you know that you have like plenty of time, because there's like you're gonna forget over the month. I think that's the mnemonic device we should all internalize.
All right, so I see something here that looks like we have another Unicode issue here, but Miles and Danny say Austin should watch Lost. Characters 100% his shit. So I'm not sure.
That's up an apostrophe. So I say Austin should watch Lost. It's 100% his shit.
Oh, that's what it is. You're right. Yeah. You've never watched Lost?
No, I mean I think I saw like part of an episode once. It was on at someone's house. I just remember someone had dynamite and then they got blown up. But no, I never like sat down and watched it because that was in an era when I didn't have like internet or cable or anything. I don't know, maybe I could have watched it, but it wasn't like today where you can just sit down and say like, computer show me show. You had to like be there at a certain time. And that just wasn't the lifestyle I was living.
Yeah, I never watched Lost either, and I totally could binge it now, but I just haven't.
I wasn't a TV watcher until I could command the TV to show me what I want to see when I want to see it. When I had to work on its schedule, that was a deal breaker. Mahogany.
Chris and Kipper the cat are cooking up some chaos.
Dr. Isix.
Chris Walling.
A vaccinated otter hoping to see its otter friends. See, there was an otter earlier? They should be. They solves everything. These otters should hang out.
Mm-hmm. A good Brent Dogs.
B-Ray Echo.
Midlife stasis, conduit of inevitability.
Andrew Fedgy, conduit of the existential dread of fatherhood itself.
Hey, I think you're doing great, and you're going to be okay.
Charles Martinet doing the Parthenax voice into your bussy. When I think Joa and Lauren read this, they were like, I don't know what this means. Isn't Parthenax the dragon from Skyrim?
I think that might be correct.
So it's basically the voice of Mario doing Fusro Da in your bussy, which, I mean, that is a good image.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I did meet Charles Martinet once, like years ago. It was neat, just like having just dinner with him and a few other people. But then it's just like, gosh, that was like a decade ago. Time is fake.
Did you touch him?
I think I shook his hand. So the answer is yes.
Hell yeah, dude.
If Joe had picked a pack of pickled peppers, how many picked peppers would Austin's bussy fit?
It's time to Dorian.
Bro Jimbo.
Mikkel the Wretched working in a jam factory. I guess it's Mikkel the Wretched working in a jam factory. That's an Elden Ring boss as well. Mikkel the Wretched. Shod bearer and tarnished.
Tarnished. You will not possess this jar.
Touch jam tarnished.
Gosh, and then I'm trying to think of like jar of flies. You just throw a jar on the ground and flies come out of it.
There has to be a jar of bees in one of the games. I feel like that's a thing.
That would definitely be an arcane stat thing. It causes bleeding when the jar breaks, and when the bees sting you. They causes poison or scarlet rot. Scarlet rot bees. Oh, now that's frightening. Shit.
The scaling on the bees are broken.
They scale off of endurance for some reason. I don't know what happened there.
Wow, that would be actually really good for my build.
Let's see here. We got next Curly.
Oh, I was so deep into the sauce, I completely lost. There it is. Joe Hinchcliffe.
Tim Letton.
Sir Alistair Octopus says, support your union. Hey, the union won at Amazon. That's good news, right?
Yeah.
That's sick.
Yeah, it's pretty dope. Christina, conduit of perpetually falling behind on podcast listening.
The struggle is real. I listen to like 20 podcasts, and it's probably a mistake. I've committed to too much. I tried to type in a dick emoji, but Patreon won't let me. Is there a dick emoji? I mean, that's just the eggplant, right? There's not a separate dick emoji.
It'd have to be like eggplant, maybe plus water splash, you know?
I guess. I mean, what if you really wanted to talk about eggplants, though? Are they censoring eggplant speech?
Gosh, well, I mean, eggplants are, eggplants have been parmesaned, just like they're just get them off the platform. I don't know. I'm just thinking Italian stuff now. I got to get off of that.
Does it cheer you up to know that Italian Elon Musk will allow aubergine speech on his platform now that he's taken over Twitter?
I'm sorry, there's too many things in there. There's Italian Elon Musk just sounds like a bootleg movie. Just we have Italian.
He go into space. He don't pay into taxes.
No, I just want to watch Italian Spider-Man again.
Oh no.
Dawning Frost.
Shane Ware, conduit of hedonistic pansexual polyamorous switches.
Medical Dingus.
That was me for like a month there. I was a medical dingus. Amy Cara.
Sorghum borealis, the deadliest foe.
Hey y'all, it's Ashley.
S. Kearney, trash dragon.
Keller Automat.
Emma, enjoying the new season.
Nice. I mean, we haven't really talked about the show on this credits. I feel like because if you listen to the credits, you also listen to the show. But part of the reason it's you and me today is because there's been a lot of scheduling stuff going on. Sophie got COVID. I feel like everyone knows that, but in case you didn't know that, Mari and Laura went on vacation together, which sounds like a fanfic prompt, but it's just a real thing that happened. So there's been a lot of shuffling. As of this recording, you just listened to Pokemon, and we recorded another one shot that will come out someday, but not right away because I don't want to lose the momentum of the story. But the episode that's going up next is it's a little bit of a special episode. I don't know if I want to. Yeah, you'll see. I just want to say that things are wild right now. So we'll be back to the regularly scheduled programming soon, but. A lot going on. I'm glad you're enjoying it. It's been a wild ride, both during the actual recording and off the recording.
I think you're the next one, actually.
Bleaker.
Cyratha, the asexual absurdist. That's a good line there.
Julian attempting life outside the shadows of others.
Mix Morganic.
Lauren Cates forgot to change his name for April. Just kidding. I did change it. April Fools. You fucking got me. I was owned. I didn't see it coming.
I'm pretty sure that Lauren Cates changed the name back in March to make it even extra foolish.
That's what you got to do. I was telling you the system. You see the new credits, you change your name.
Counter fifth.
Rob Dakin.
Sean Leon Burke.
Nearer the sun than is advisable, the Warforged Celestial Warlock. That would be a good name.
That is a great name. Yeah. Haster of the Travelers Guild.
The Precursor.
Killer Cotton Shizno.
Nicholas Dominic.
Yam.
Anna. Why did I say it weird? There's no reason to say it weird. It's spelled normal. Anna, conduit of procrastination.
Andu Birmingham.
Filmquisition.
Daniel Marsden, atheist paladin.
Aline.
Masjin, social distance warrior.
Criterion, the policy wonk.
Oh gosh. Okay, I see the all caps. Let me get this up again. Dorum esta gargatorum.
They didn't even know you were coming, and they did so many all caps this month, this year. Oh boy, can you tell I'm melting my brain? Josie and her primal companion, Swablu.
Eleanor Nonate sees. Oh gosh. Eleanor Nonante sees Pyrton does the judging. Thank you very much.
And then there's a little tilde. That's cute.
So, yeah, thank you very much. Yeah.
The younglings had it coming.
Jew-Man Jack giving all his love and support to his friend. Y'all hang in there.
Salad Child.
Elderly Goose. Big honk energy in 2022.
Aki Savalainen.
Ken Firstel.
Florian H.
Matt Burgles.
Shanus.
The Demi-Lich, formerly known as Josh.
Ziphosaurus.
Indigo Vandane. Or Vandane.
Writhing Pit of Kitty Foe, Mrs. Pagliacci Tale. Yeah, I'm curious how people are going to respond to this whole thing, but some choices were made recently on the show, and fan favorite Pagliacci Tale. I don't want to spoil it if you're not caught up.
Oh boy. Sydney Marsing.
Jesse Neely.
Toby Gleason Stack.
Arjun de Koning.
Read Ruinous Fortune for funny goblin shenanigans. Well, now I know who that is.
Archie's other hand penis.
What? That took a turn at the end. There was not a kid.
I'm just numb to it. I've looked into the abyss. It's looked back into me. We're constantly just looking.
I just forget everything that's happened 5 seconds ago and 5 seconds in the future. So everything's just new to me. I'm just baby brained all the time. Harrison Andrew.
Lukey Ookie Pookie.
Jade.
The Cult of Gorfanax.
Dylan and Rilla the dog moving in winter's. Oh, Dylan Rilla the dog moving in winter's stressful.
Pruitt Holcomb.
Christopher Charlau.
All right, and that's the end of the list. Thank you all very much. Your support means everything. I've been thinking about the algorithm recently. Have you ever thought about the algorithm, Skitch?
You know, I have been thinking about the algorithm quite a bit, but for different reasons than you probably. But yes, it is an existential fear that I have to contend with most days when I lay in bed sleepless at 2, 3, 5 in the morning, whatever. Time is a myth.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if I got that existential about it. Because we just released the Pokemon episode, and there's a lot of great responses to it. And I remember this thing that a lot of people in my circles say, which is that commenting on content somehow makes the algorithm happy. So thank you for everyone who comments, as well as everyone who's on this list. There's a lot of ways to support the show. I'm looking at the Pokemon comments now. We discussed which Pokemon you could beat in a fight, and there's a comment here from Paul Harasuwaka, who says, easiest Pokemon to beat in a fight is clearly Spoink. Pick it up, it can't bounce anymore, and its heart stops. Instant fatality. That is a lore bit from the Pokedex, I recall, that it pumps its heart by bouncing on its tail. So that's a really easy one to kill. And thank you for the engagement, and you've pleased the algorithm.
Yeah, like it went over well, and I will say one thing that I'll just voice as a bit of appreciation is I really enjoy like how for the one-shots there's been a lot of efforts to explore other systems and such, and I think that the way you all handled doing like a sort of like a simplified Call of Cthulhu allowed it to be still very accessible, and I mean, it has landed pretty well. And I will say that from my part, making the title sequence for that was definitely something that I did as simple as possible. I'm like, okay, I got my title sequence in After Effects. Let's just drop the Pokemon title in there and spin it. Done. Render. I move on to the next thing.
I feel like we could do a whole episode just talking about like tabletop design vis-a-vis Pokemon, because it's really interesting how much you want to simulate like the game experience versus like the anime experience versus just like a narrative that you have in your head of Pokemon. Like what can you leave out without losing the Pokemon-ness? I actually do think it's fascinating because people have tried for years to do a good Pokemon TTRPG.
And I think part of the problem is, like you said, especially since now they have the games, the different generations, the spin-off games like the Mystery Dungeon stuff and arenas and stuff like that, and like all those different entries bring different play experiences, and how much you simulate versus how much you streamline it to make it easier to just tell a story, like you said, like mimicking the show proper, all that is difficult to kind of parse out. And these are all things you try to figure out before you even get to like what dice system, if any, do you want to use to deal with that sort of stuff. And I know that from my side of things, I was chatting with a friend about trying to come up with ways of converting stuff like Final Fantasy XIV to tabletop, and that has its own complications and such. So yeah, adaptation for tabletop is a weird thing to deal with, but I think sometimes the shorthand of picking an existing game that's flexible enough for what you're doing helps a lot. And I think for the story that you were telling specifically, that Call of Cthulhu adaptation was the right angle to go after, as opposed to just doing like a 5th edition adaptation, you know?
Yeah, I mean, people are gonna have opinions about the ways to do it, and I don't claim to be an expert. Like, I'm coming to tabletops pretty late in life, but there is like a spectrum where on one hand it's like you don't simulate enough, and you might as well just be like playing in the on the playground, just being like, I shoot at you, and you're like, no, I have a gun shield. It's like, I have a shield, or it's just nothing. Or the other one where you're like doing something like GURPS, or what was that system where they make you roll for butthole circumference?
That would be fatal. That would be fatal.
Fatal, yeah.
Or one that's not a complete joke. There's aces and eights. I've played that game before. And that one, you have a silhouette. You do a shootout. This is alternate universe Wild West. You put a silhouette of your target on the table. You put a target over them. You then roll a d20 to determine how far off center you are. Flip a playing card to determine where around the circle you land. And if the dot lands on the silhouette, you then roll for damage and determine what wound the person has suffered based on an injury table.
See, that's a lot of work. I feel like it's close to something though, like putting silhouettes on a far wall of your gaming table, and everyone has like darts. And when you shoot, you could throw them. Like, that's something. I don't know if it's anything, but it's something.
Well, yeah, but like you said, it's all about what are you trying to simulate, and then how robust is the simulation going to be for that part of the game, and then what are things you want to just leave to the theater of the mind. And it's really hard to get to a quick solution for that, because then after all that, if you're just playing a game with friends, as long as you all understand the rules, who cares? But if you're making it a game for other people, you then have to describe it in a book that someone has to read and understand what you're trying to do, and that's a whole that's so rough. As someone who's done playtesting and some editing for tabletop games, it's a lot. It's a lot. That's also why sometimes the various one-page role-playing games would be kind of fun to do, to kind of get an idea of what you're doing. And heck, even the game that Laura designed, that's an example of like a game that tries to simulate just the things that are really important, and everything else is just approximated,
Yeah, the Pokemon one shot was a big hit. We'll probably do more of that. I'm looking at the comments again. Oh no says, isn't Remoraid a gun? A fish revolver? Which is a reference to the discussion we had about what if Pokemon had guns. And yeah, Remoraid and other evolution octillery are like military reference, like raids and artillery, obviously in the names. So if we do a future one, I'll keep that in mind. Maybe we'll have someone in a dark alley with a Remoraid, and they're gonna kill Batman's parents.
Hey kid, you wanna buy a toy? It just pulls out a revolver, just points it. It's like, oh no, we're getting too dark.
I'm looking at other engagement. Once again, if you can't support the show and get on this list, you could always write a review on iTunes. I was going to read like the latest reviews, but they're all just praise, and I feel self-conscious about just reading nice things about myself. So just, it couldn't hurt if you enjoy the show. Just give it 5 stars. My favorite podcasters say this every episode. I don't feel good about it, but I'm just thinking about the world and the algorithm, and that's where I'm at today. So if you listen to this and you thought it was funny and you like Pokemon, tell your friends, comment, rate, review. We're everywhere. Where are you? You're at skitch.bandcamp.com?
Yeah, you can find me there. You can find me on Twitter at Skitch Music. You have to go to my website, michaelskitchiano.com, and you can see a picture of me there, I guess. But yeah, those are places you can find me, and feel free to and also I just lurk in the Discord all the time, so you can just always at me there very easily if you want to pick my brain about stuff. And what about you, Austin? Where can people find you?
I'm very easy to find. I'm just Austin Yorsky everywhere. Patreon.com/Austin Yorsky, Twitter.com/Austin Yorsky. If you type my name, you'll get where you need to go. Very easy. Other people on the show, obviously Laura K. Buzz everywhere, Sophie from Mars everywhere, Geek Remix is Mari. Is that everybody? No, Sam is We're in Hell.
We're in Hell.
We're in Hell. So all those links are in the description. Just check out the description. I recommend just looking at the description.
Yep.
Every week. Every episode, people say like, oh, what's this song? And it's like, you can go to Rachel's Bandcamp. You can buy all her music.
Yep.
She's cool.
Yep.
I don't know if people know this. I lived in her house for like 6 months. I know her IRL. It's not like a musician I'm stealing from. I found online.
Yeah. Like it's it's like people are like, how did Austin find Rachel's? Like, Austin lived with her for a period of time. That's how you stumbled upon that.
So that's every link. That's everything to find us. Rate, review, star. Listen, just be horny for the show, you know?
Be horny for the show.
Just be horny for the show.
I mean, I think there's one thing people are horny for, and I'm not going to say it out loud, but